Over a year and a half ago, I decided to try one of Fire Emblem's most popular challenge run, right here live on my Sunday streams on YouTube. That type of run is known as an Ironman run. And the rules for this kind of challenge are quite simple. If a character dies, they are permadead, as our Lord and Savior, the Great Kaga, intended. No map resets allowed under any circumstances. So if you miss an item, if again a character dies and you want him again, you're not allowed to. You miss out on something, you have to play around it no matter what. And the final rule is a game over automatically equals to a dead run. You have to reset from the start, delete the file, start over. It's invalidated. And of course, as is usual for these runs, you have to do it on hard mode, of course. And it's also how I complete most of my challenger runs on this channel, so just keep the tradition going at this point. And the game I decided to Ironman for my first ever Ironman is, of course, the staple of this channel, Fire Emblem: The Sacred Stones. And hold on to your keyboard, Billy. I can already hear you start typing, "But Grado's FE8 is so easy to Ironman. It isn't really a challenge. I actually do it by accident every time I play the game because I'm so good at this game." And you'd be right, Billy. Well, about the first part, we all know that you're capping about the second part. And you reset every time you're Amelia, who you swear is the best unit in the game if you grind her up in the Tower of Valny. Every time she dies, you reset. So to make the Ironman an even bigger challenge for myself and to finally shut Billy up, I, first of all, am not allowed to use the Tower of Valny or the ruins. And I can't arena abuse. So I can't just level up all my units in the arena over and over and over again. But I also decided to allow the live chat to heavily influence this run in a couple of significant ways. The first one, chat could donate in the form of super chats to either ban a character or force deploy a character for the next map. And chat collectively could ban up to 3 units and force deploy up to 2. So I wouldn't have control over my full team going into this run. All of this starting on chapter 4, since this is when the battle preparation screen starts, and I can then adjust my team according to that. The other way in which I let chat influence the run is by choosing every single promotion through a poll where everyone could vote. Essentially, chat had control of how my team would turn out and force me to adapt to their whims and cause me immense pain. The run you're currently watching was my third real attempt at this challenge. And I say real because there was a few snafus in the first attempt. We'll call them snafus. But we don't count those, really. They don't count. This is the third attempt. Stop saying they count in the comment section. Stop saying they count. It's the third attempt, okay? Third attempt. And let's break down the first 2 runs real quick. The first run had one major highlight in a Vanessa that was an absolutely monstrous unit. She just kept leveling strength every chance she could get and carried the run on her back for most of it. But unfortunately went out in an unlucky blaze of glory. Yeah, it really hurt the run in terms of my carry unit, and also just the morale of it just felt off after she dies. Because after her death, she would put a curse on the run, it seemed, from which we would not recover, as Ephraim would catch a game over only a few short chapters later. So that was a pretty sad end, but it was pretty epic. And this Buffessa, as she was affectionately dubbed by chat, ended up inspiring an awesome emote for channel members. And that is my shameless cue to inform you that if you want access to this emote and many other emotes to post in the comments and live chat along with a bunch of other cool perks, check out the join button below this video and become a member today. And who knows, it might bring lucky strength growths to your Vanessa in your next FE8 playthrough. This is not a guarantee though. Jokes aside, the second run ended in a much less glorious way than the first one. There was no glorious last stand by our Lord or an unlucky crit on a crucial character. No, simply a goof by yours truly, who overwrote a save state from a few months before I had started the streams right over my current FE8 save. And then realized his mistake far too late to fix it. and simply had to start over again. Yeah, that one was a heartbreaker, we might say. So, dejected from losing my run in such a silly way, I ended up having to pick myself up and ultimately decide to jump into a third run because I couldn't let chat down on such a whimper of an ending. And I went for the ultimate salty run back with the encouragement from the chat. I was more determined than ever to prove to all the billies out there that I was actually good at this game and could overcome this challenge and beat my first ever Ironman. As the first few moments in the run play in the background, one rule I had given myself up to this point was that I wasn't allowed to use Ceph throughout the run. I thought it would make it far too easy, so I had opted against it up to this point. However, for this third run, I decided to leave it up to chat to choose if Ceph was allowed or not. And to my surprise, he made the cut, and people were kind enough to let me use him, which I was not expecting. So at least I had a strong unit to heavily rely on. That is if chat doesn't ban him at first notice every map. So we'll see about that in the future. You'll however notice that in the first few maps, I do keep my use of him quite low. While he is quite useful to have, I don't want him taking too much experience away from potential training projects down the line. I'll also try to not overfeed Eirika because I am forced to go through Ephraim's route in this Ironman since it is generally considered the most difficult of both routes. So that's kind of like the way chat and I decide to approach this. We have to go through Ephraim because it's tougher. And I play through Eirika's route very often in the solo run, so it was a nice change of pace for me. So having Eirika remain below a certain threshold can be useful as once she joins back on chapter 15, the game will adjust her stats a little for her at level 15. And it can be quite decent on its own, so giving the experience to other units early on will be a better investment overall. And one of the earlier units that will fall into that category is France. So I'll make a concerted effort to give him a chance to shine, and maybe we can have an awesome 1-2 combo of Ceph and Franz. So I will feed him the second boss kill of the game, which is Brigitte, and Franz gets a single point level up. Well, okay, you'll get other chances later, you get better level up. This isn't a great start, but it's very early on, and so hopefully we get a little bit more luck down the line. Luckily, the early game of FE8 is generally quite easy. I shouldn't run into many issues. As I say that, of course, Eirika gets hit by a 17% chance. Luckily enough, we're fine for the next turn, thanks to Mulder, but we get a pretty underwhelming level up off the back of this. The first few level ups weren't great in this run, but we'll hope for better up in the future. But as I was saying earlier, the game shouldn't be too much of a problem, and while some of these maps play in the back, I will break down my early strategy in terms of units to use and how I was thinking about this Ironman going forward. In a normal FE8 run, the general strategy would be based around using Ceph a lot, since he's an all-powerful being that was way overtuned, and our god and savior of FE8, of course. And he can basically solo the game on his own. However, with the extra rule set I tacked on to this run, since my YouTube chat is evil and doesn't like me, the moment a unit starts doing good, they are bound to be banned right away. So I need to be smart with my experience and spread it to multiple options. Hence why you may have seen me try to favor some experience over to Franz early on, as he'll be a quite safe training project amongst all the axe units there are in the early maps. Two other project units that I've been thinking about will most likely be Ross and Vanessa, as they can have massive potential one string, but are a little less safe to train. And in Vanessa's particular case, her use will start getting higher once chapter 4 rolls around, as she's quite frail in the early maps against the axe units and the couple bows there are. So she doesn't have a lot of places where she can soak in experience. In a few maps, she will. Other important early units are both Gilliam and Garcia, who start off good enough to be good supporting hands in the early maps, and are in no risk of dying, and if they get favorable level ups, they can be carried late enough in the game. But I'm expecting them to be in the bans, alongside Ceph early on, as they would leave the early party with no real front line, and units are a little frailer and a little bit more at risk. So throughout this whole thing, while I'm playing, I have to think about what chat is gonna do. That's one of my biggest ways of strategizing going forward, is I have to keep my mind on what units I want to be good, but what is chat probably gonna do to not be too obvious in the bans, to keep my options open and not have them kill the run. Because this is basically me versus chat. How can they figure out how to kill the run, and how can I keep it alive? So this is gonna be something you'll see me think about often in this run. Which unit am I bringing forward? How many good units units do I have and which units are prone to being banned. And other possible ban targets for chat will most likely be the healers, because being without a healer is such a huge handicap in these games. So keeping all of them alive for me to have at least options will kind of be crucial. In terms of other early units, namely Comb, Loot, and Archer should be generally free from bans unless they start getting fed. Loot and Archer are the specific ones there. I don't see Naomi being banned ever because the odds of her getting fed are a little lower. And Comb has some utility that can suck to lose, so he might get a ban. That's the way I'm expecting things to go, but we'll see in reality going forward. And when starting chapter 4, my predictions end up being pretty good as Seth, Garcia, and Mulder all get banned by my chat. So I have to do without them. I can at least bring Gilliam along to have some form of frontline against physical units. That map isn't, however, hard nonetheless. Other than a few close calls with Comb, where he refuses to dodge, I get out of it pretty handily with a couple of good levels on Vanessa and a level 10 Ross, which I fed a lot, which means he'll be getting his promo next chapter, but it's giving me an extra options and also chat an extra option to ban. I expected chat to troll me with a little bit here with the promo. They decided to be nice to me and pick Pirate Ross for his class. But I think that has more to do with the fact that it's blasphemy to make Ross any other thing than a pirate. So chat decided to make him a pirate, and we're all happy about that. For chapter 5, the bans are pretty simple. Only Gilliam and Mulder. So they only banned 2 units. It was Gilliam and Mulder. So I am allowed to run Seth. However, I decided against it, because I'm still looking to train enough of the weaker units to give me options. I'm still thinking that way at this point. I'm saying to myself, train up some other units so they won't know who to ban later down the line. And chapter 5 is still quite easy. The huge challenge is getting all the secondary objectives of all the houses while recruiting Joshua, but I think we can do it without any issues. Well, once again, I have a few less than desirable level ups. As you can see here, my level 7 Eirika has only a single strength level up so far despite her 40% growth. But on the other hand, our friends is going to get pretty good level ups following the earlier subpar levels that we got, making up for that a little bit. And Vanessa was starting to tease a potential buff as a run back with 7 strength at level 5. But again, the map would prove easy. Like I said earlier, we are still deathless at this point and managed to save all the houses and get that early guiding ring while also getting Joshua. So I wasn't worried about this one, and I was right to not be worried because we were able to recruit Joshua, since you can recruit him with Natasha without him ever attacking her. So you can just literally walk her up to him. You just have to be careful of the bandits, but we ended up being able to take care of that pretty well. And then Joshua did a lot of work on this map to get us to the boss after that. He's a pretty good hand early on in this game, let's be honest. Chapter 5X will be another quick affair. You can get a game over here if Ephraim dies, but if any of the other units were to die, they would come back on chapter 8. So nothing really matters on this map except keeping Ephraim alive. I do take my time with it, as I could easily blow through the map with Orson. I decide against it though and focus all of my experience on other units, making them big and strong for later. The only thing of note to happen is we get our first real death here as I sacrifice Orson to the boss, since someone in the chat kindly asked me through super chats to do that. And after all, I am only a man of the people, so I'm only doing the people's will here. And I accept bribes on the channel. We've been known to accept a couple of little bribes here and there, okay? But it's all just jokes. This end up actually not mattering, but it was funny. So we put him in the death squad so that he can already join his wife, Monica. But at the end of the day, him being dead doesn't affect anything for later. It was just a funny joke. But we'll still have to deal with him on chapter 16. All right, next up, chapter 6 comes around, and Seth and both of my healers are banned here. And chat knew exactly what they were doing, so we'll have to be very careful, and we'll take a minute to look at this because historically, Fog of War maps have been bad for me in the Ironman. It seems I don't have any object permanence, and if I don't see the units in the fog, I assume they're just not there, which feels very dumb to do when you've played so many hours of Fire Emblem, but I am a very dumb man. If you look at this chart made by one of my lovely community member, Bob, who's been tracking all of the deaths throughout the Ironman in the Discord throughout each seasons, and he posts them in the Discord channel every Sunday after streams. Also, Discord link below if you want to join and see that. This chart shows that the Fog of War maps have been very bad for me. In the last season, this is where friends died because I forgot about the halberd guy in the fog and got hit by a very low percent. And I even take time to make note of it because I remember it and I don't want this to happen again. So let's see how this map breaks down with, you know, me from the past doing this run live. We're gonna have to bank a lot on friends, I think, but we also have to stay out of the range of that one guy with the halberd. That's gonna be a fun one. Ross heals. Oh, okay, we're already out of vulneraries for some of these. Oh my god. There is a guy over here I don't want to deal with too much with friends, so I will not move him right away. Okay, let's move you directly here, because these guys are going to want to attack you. I don't think the axe guy is close by just yet. We're going to pass around the vulnerary, guys. We're playing pass around the vulneraries. So we're not in the worst position I've ever been, by the way. I'm a fucking dinosaur.
Then I ban deaths on this map.
Alright, I got you, buddy. No deaths. No deaths, Kratos. Hell yeah, let's go. You know what? Asking you shall receive. The no death Kratos run. Oh, I forgot about this guy. I thought this guy was already taken care of, but Garcia got the dodge. Garcia got the moves. Dude, we can't even double. What the fuck is this guy made of? Teflon steel? What the hell? Motherfucker, why don't you die? I'm angry at him. I'm angry that he exists. What's he fucking doing? 3 damage? Fuck is this? Austerity measures? Holy fuck there, bud. Why is he so bulky? I don't fucking know. This thing doesn't want to die. He's like, bro, I'm gonna be here forever. Okay. Okay, if we hit that, that's great. First things first. Because the guy with the javelin scares me much less. The guy with the javelin doesn't scare me that much. Okay, this is in the bog. And then if you attack me, do I die? No, I don't. Fan flippin' flapstick. Plastic. I feel like this guy on his own can't cause too much damage. You guys are definitely all that's left. And I do trust Joshua to dodge on this here. This map is definitely a difficult spike. Halberd, Horslayer, Screw friends, set friends, and these calves aren't easy. Yeah. Crazy situation. So I can't get the Halberd, which sucks, but I can get the kill. Playing this game with no healer is tough as hell, y'all, by the way. Let's end the turn, I think. Oh, do Vanessa. Io is so small, I would be afraid to step on her. Yeah, she's the worst with not being in, like, she literally gets all up in your legs. Like, she will get in between your legs at all times. No! I forgot about the Horslayer! I forgot. I didn't check his weapons. You guys even told me. Fourth time. Don't say that. No, not friends. Not friends. Anybody but friends. He was just getting good. I also had the opportunity to kill him that I didn't take for some reason. Yep, it's absolutely insane that Franz would die twice in a row to similarly functioning weapons. I guess Franz and this Iron Man are just not meant to be, man. And here's my very first real death of the run. Damn, that's unfortunate. This happened towards the end of the map too, so we did get to finish without further incident, using Novella to get a couple of very potent level ups on both Naomi and Colm. And we also managed to save all the villagers, so we get Naomi's promo item with the Orion's bolt right away. So we're kind of already set with 2 promo items already. This is looking good other than Fran's death. So I'm not panicking yet as we go into chapter 7. While losing Franz who would receive a few levels of investment might feel very bad, we still have most units and we have a few training projects being built up here. So we'll take a moment to look particularly at how certain units are doing at this point in the run before chapter 7. And I wouldn't say there aren't any units that stand out as dominant, except Seth, of course. Most of them happen to be near their averages or a little underwhelming. Let's start with our Lord Eirika, and of course, while I'm not actively trying to power level her, she did see some play early on and got a few levels because of it at level 8, which is really within her average for this level. The 6 strength is a little low, considering 7 would be closer to the norm. norm, but she is up 2 points on skill. So nothing out of the ordinary here. I'm happy with how she's turned out so far, but she won't be an issue soon as we will be going Ephraim's route in a few chapters. Next up will be the characters I've probably put the most investment in so far, and that is Ross. And he's not looking half bad, near average strength, but lower speed and HP, which isn't ideal, but I was absolutely flabbergasted by his 16 luck, which is much higher than normal. But we will take it, and he's starting to step up into that carry position. The one problem is the speed. Another important unit that has seen some training is Vanessa, of course, as I'm actively trying to get her to become Buffessa once more. At level 6, she is looking alright. Everything near the average. Her speed a little low, with 12 instead of 14, but hopefully 12 is enough, and it should be, realistically speaking. The next character that has seen a little bit of training, as chat really wanted me to use her a lot, might be because chat seems to like archers a lot, and that of course is Naomi. Her stats are looking generally good, but what I'm more focused on is her 7 strength, which is great for her. Hopefully she can keep it up, and we can see some play with her later in the game. Another character I'm starting to like a lot for this run is Colm, who at level 5 is up on strength, skill, and speed, and is a little bit below average on defense and resistance. So it'll be interesting to see how he does. But with the Naomi support, they are both having a pretty exceptional showing early on, and are kind of stepping into those always deployed units that could end up paying dividends later. All right, now let's talk about this chapter 7, shall we? This should be another map that is quite uncomplicated. Better yet, our only bans from chat is Ross, and our only force deploy is loot. We're seeing that chat is not trying to screw me over in the early game, because I think they understand that the first few maps are very easy. They probably won't see a lot of units dying in those early maps unless a freak accident happens. So I think they're just biding their time for a later point when it's going to be more worth their money to ban units in the later maps of the game, when it starts getting a little tougher. While it would be wise to bring Seth along here, given the general difficulty of the map, I think benching him is better, since I'll once again focus on training the rest of the team. And either way, a level 1 Seth is a great unit no matter when you drop him into the game. So keeping that XP on other units seems a little wiser here. So here I'll split my party a little. I'll send Naomi, Colm, and Vanessa to clear the left side of the map and to secure the ballista, while the rest of the team rushes through the main path. The goal here being that Colm joins them back to steal the energy ring from the mage in the middle of the map, once Naomi gets a hold of the ballista and rains fire down on the enemy. Oh man, that 2% crit would be so devastating. That 2% crit would be so devastating. I'm doing it. You know what's more devastating than a 2% crit? The miss. The miss. So, I'm thinking here. Not worth, save Colm. Could do that. Could do that. I could do that. He'll still be like super high on avoid though. Think about the easy chest. My brain hurts. Why would it hurt? I didn't do anything wrong. Better call me eyes so you can steal all the stuff before Renais pulls up. You're right, but think about the drama. But yeah, but think about the possibility of this. Now just picture it in your mind. Think of the possibilities of this sick play I could do here if I rescue her. To be fair, I lose items if I lose Colm. You know what? You know what? Fuck it. You know what? Fuck it. Let's pray. Let's hope. I do things like this because it's funny. It's funny. And you know what? Fuck it. I don't care. Let's do it. Hands off the keyboard, baby. It's done. He's so alive. He's so good. He's so sick. He's so sick he's dodging. Fuck! So, I lost my thief to save the archer. That's a questionable decision right there. But you know what? It happened. We lost Colm, unfortunately. F's for Colm in the comments, and any other unit that died, to be fair. And this is the moment I inhale heavy doses of copium to justify this death. The thief utility in FE8 isn't even that high, given that you can buy chests and door keys later on down the line. But I technically still lose the energy ring and a lot of good stealables until I get Renais. So it's not great, but it could be worse. In any other game, it would be worse, is what I'm trying to say. I'm coping a little bit, but you know what? We'll make it work. We'll make it work. Trust me. But at least we had a good laugh about it, in the stream. The rest of the map won't be too hard, except for that one mage that'll make me sweat a little longer, just to rub some salt in the wound for Naomi. But it did cause chat to start joking that the loss of comb just made Naomi stronger, and her first level up after that started supporting that theory weirdly. But nothing more of note would happen on this map. Chapter 8 would be coming up, and both of my healers were banned here. Chat really kind of thought about this one, because my stock of vulneraries was starting to get very low at this point, and you can start seeing that some favoritism towards loot and Naomi started showing up because they were both force deployed for the next map. I might have an inkling that these two characters might start being staples going forward. I will do chapter 8 once again with no Seth. While this may have been a great map to deploy him, I'm really trying to maximize the amount of experience on my training units rather than on Seth, as I still think we're in the easier portion of the game, and I'd like to keep Seth for when things get really dicey down the line. The start of the map won't be too tough. I'll send most of my troop down the middle to the night chess room and send Vanessa to help Ford and Kyle on the left. She does get a really good level up and has 9 strength at level 8. So, she's starting to get up there. So we may see a run back of Buffessa. Just something I want to point out at this point. The reason I don't send anyone else to help them out is because they all got quite a bit of experience from Chapter 5X. So they don't really need the extra layers of support. They really can take care of that side mostly by themselves. The other important caveat on this map is that there are 3 chests on it, and I have no more thieves to take care of doors and chests. So the 3 items we could get on this map are the Silver Sword, the Elysian Whip, the promo flying units, and finally the Angelic Robe for plus 7 HP. My plan going in was to grab both the whip and the robe, given I had kept a chest key from Chapter 4 that I had gotten off an enemy, and I also had kept a key from Chapter 5X that I didn't use on one of the chests. The one problem I forgot was that I didn't have any door keys, so the left side room is not available for us to grab anything in there. So I kind of have to get the Angelic Robe and nothing else. Even though I wanted the Elysian Whip a lot, I guess it's not going to be for me this time. So we're going to have to wait on maybe promoting all our flyers, which is a little tougher. Outside of that, the map isn't that hard going forward. I do almost make a mistake because I wasn't paying attention and was focused on chat, which almost killed Ford. But he dodges a very clutch 68%, so he stays alive. Very close though, but I wasn't paying attention. That is the woes of streaming. Sometimes your brain is so focused on answering chat that you make a dumb mistake when you think things are going too well. Then Ephraim and his trusty Reagan Leaf finishes off chapter 8 for us and take us to the route split, while we'll go down Ephraim's route as previously talked about in the video. For chapter 9, chat was very indulgent with me and only force deployed a single unit. That unit is Ford though, so it won't matter much, as him and a lot of other units are starting to approach level 10 and are getting the necessary experience to take care of themselves quite well. I once again give Seth a break on this map, as it is another map I don't really see a huge threat. The biggest challenge in this map is the middle corridor, which can get a little overwhelming, but we'll take it slow, as there really isn't a time crunch of losing anything. There's no reason to stress out about this, so moving forward quickly really isn't the play here. We do get quite unlucky at one point, missing 291% in a row. Luckily enough, it doesn't lead to a horrible situation, except for me losing my mind for a second. What? What are the odds? What are the odds? Can anybody calculate the odds for me of missing 291%? What are the odds? I want to know the odds. I am the opposite of Han Solo right now. Tell me the odds. It's fucking impossible. Those were 291% display hit chances. So that means like 95 really. 0.8% chance. Not even 1 fucking percent. This game doesn't even have the freaking courtesy to give me 1%. But I do get to use my 1 chest key from earlier on this map. As we get a second new one on this map, I get to open 2 of the 3 chests that are on here. I have a choice between 2,500 gold, an ocean seal, and a restore staff. I'll pick up the ocean seal for sure, as Ross is one of our major players at this point, and I'll also pick up the 2,500 gold because I'm low on funds. I have been struggling with funds at this point. While a restore staff might be necessary for later in the game, since there are a few maps with berserk staves coming up on Ephraim's route, the restore staff's cost is lower than 2,500, so I can always buy one later and use the rest of those funds on weapons to maximize every bit of money I have. And we finally get to Geb, who isn't a challenge since he doesn't have a hand axe and can slowly kill him at range and use the axe reaver you get on this same map to chip him down. We do have to do a little bit of rescue drop around him to make sure he remains on the iron axe, doesn't crit anybody, and that we also get the killer axe drop that he has, which could be a useful weapon to have later on down the line for our Ross specifically. We'll head into chapter 10 with both my healers being force deployed and our only ban being loot, because she was starting to become quite of a monster and Chad said enough favoritism. Now it's time for her to take the bench. I think the reason Chat force deployed both of my healers is that none of them were pro mode and you only have a limited amount of unit you can bring on this map, and you have a lot of objectives that require you to fight a lot, so the 2 healers kind of end up being a little bit annoying because I get to have less fighting and less movement. You know, I can't bring all my high movement units on this map. I bring enough though. I bring enough. But I get to bring my strongest unit and pull out Seth out of my back pocket finally. Because as I said, this map is a little challenging given that there's a lot of secondary objectives on this one, but we'll get to that in a second. Since you may have noticed, we have a promoted unit on the field, and that is our Bishop, Molder the Boulder. So chat decided to promo him as a Bishop, and we feed him our first guiding ring. My reasoning with promoting him so early has to do with clerics and priests getting horrible experience from using staves. While I could have waited an extra map to promo him and get him a few more levels, I tend to immediately promote healers at level 10 just traditionally, just to make him a little bit more versatile, especially considering the map we're on. Having Molder be able to contribute a little bit offensively might come in handy. Earlier I did mention that the force deploys of the 2 healer might be a problem. Having him be able to do a little bit of combat is a little helpful, but also we need to consider that a Bishop for the upcoming monster maps that will be the next map will be very valuable too, as the Slayer skill can make short work of them. And my Archer was still at a very low level at this point because we hadn't been using him that much. At a low level, Molder became a very enticing early candidate for that guiding ring to allow the run to keep being quite smooth, honestly. Also, I must note that Seth wasn't deployed since the start and never got a level, yet with an Iron Sword, 1 turns enemy on chapter 10 and tanks a whole first wave of enemy with no issues whatsoever. This character's not okay, man. Way overtuned. Alright, so what is so challenging about this map? Well, we have to survive for 10 turns, but we also have to keep Dusel alive and recruit him and recruit yet another possible carry in Cormac, which is why we are seeing Tana deployed on this map in lieu of Vanessa. And that is not it. We have 2 villages to get, one with a torch staff, which is pretty important for the next map, but an easy one to get. In the bottom village, which is the harder one to get, we have a hero crest that is a little tougher to get to because of how far it is and how many pirates are descending upon it. And the final objective there is I'd like to keep all the green units alive to get another Night Crest for one of our Cavaliers or Gilliam. So all these things in an ideal world would have to be achieved. Oh yeah, and there's a ballista boat with a secret book, so I'd like that too. So how do we get to do all that? Well, there's a big reason I brought Seth, Kyle, and Ford on this map. We'll rush their bums down at the bottom stacked, with Ephraim and Tana in tow to help out with a few things. We'll try to block off the pirates from the one side and the mercs from the other, and on turn 5, Cormac and his crew starts moving. It'll be pretty easy to get to Cormac using Tana, and then he'll go right for the ballista boat, cause that is a problem for Tana, and for him also. But beyond that, things do get a little dicey, and chat refuses to believe in my superior strategical intellect and thinks someone will die. But instead of commenting, I'll let you see all the live replay. Tana's in a bit of a big hole. Yeah, she's not in a great position right now. One of these 2 guys can attack. How much damage do they do? 22 each. Okay, that's insane. Does not have the defense for this. 6 defense. No, she does not have the defense. She needs to be full health. Cannot make her full health. That's not a possibility. Can do something insane. Make a speed 6. But really, is it very much of a problem? She's dead. No, she's not, Marker. Markerty. She's not. Seth's got her. Seth the tank has got her. He doesn't care. Rare Seth death. He might be dead. I'll keep it a buck with you guys. But I'm gonna take the damn chance. This is the best I got. I went a little crazy mode. This is the best I got. Someone is dead for sure. Nah. Don't think like that, J-Logs. That's negative thinking. We don't do that over here. Okay, the fact that somebody attacked for it is insane. Or potential Ephraim wipe. Nah, Ephraim's fine. Ephraim's the best in the world at what he does. Okay, maybe he's not that. Or actually doesn't kill this guy. Don't crit. Thank you. Thank you. For once, he's not suffering from success, which is it's new for him. It's very new. We may just pull through, by the way. There's a world. Okay, there's not a world anymore. The world's gone. The world's gone. I think Seth is super dead. Oh, wait. What? Start dodging, you fool! Please! Those are 46%! Thank you. I'm so scared. I'm so scared. You gotta dodge this. Awesome. Imagine sacrificing stuff for 10. That would be so the worst decision in my life, J-Logs. That would be a terrible decision. Okay. Okay. The good thing is, I don't think the other one can attack Seth. I do not think he has an opening for Seth. He doesn't. So, oh my god. Okay. Please don't die, Mr. Little Soldier. Awesome. Did we make it unscathed? My heart stopped for a little second there. Awesome rescue strats on my end, you know. God gamer status and all. Never punish. Almost jinx yourself, Kratos. Almost. Almost being the operative term here. Okay, so he can't do much. But he can try to crit this, which would be awesome. Okay, we did get a hit, though. You can get a crit, but he got a hit and he dodge. Okay, Cormag. Cormag. You know what? Respect. Talk to do so. I need do so. Using the elixir to its full potential. Put yourself here. I need do so here. Do so kill this. Because that's a dangerous one. I think I've just quelled the storm. No deaths. Easy peasy. Ford, give me something good, Ford. Give me something good, Ford. Give me the money. Give me the money. I'm gonna fucking lose it. I'm gonna fucking lose it with you. I'm gonna fucking lose it with you, you blonde bastard. Okay? You're beautiful. You're so beautiful. You got that luscious hair. You got that clear skin. You look like $1,000,000, but you fight like a loser. What are you doing? What are you doing? I need more out of you. Rip bozo, Ford. Bozo. Yeah, that's right. He's a frickin' bozo. And after me crashing out on Ford, who has had 2 strength level up so far, we'll quell the storm of the reinforcement. And now with only the village of the hero crest and the boat to kill left to do, we'll rush our flyers up there to get it. And we'll keep protecting the green units and get that final village. To end up surviving this map, and chat might not have believed in me, but my strategy turned out to be good enough, it seems. And before we move on to Phantom Ship, I feel that everybody who doubted me in chat should comment on this video apologizing. I'm just saying. But jokes aside, we move on to chapter 11, which is Phantom Ship. Probably one of the hardest maps for an Ironman. And it has cost me a lot in the past. I tend to have a hard time with the fog of war, and it seems this is where I often lose most of my units. But before we get to that map, let's take a look at a few new promos and where our units are in terms of levels and stats thus far. We'll start with Ephraim. And I was convinced my Ephraim was like great up to this point, but it's only now looking at the averages that I realize he's actually a little below average, sitting on below average or just right on it for every stats other than HP, where he's doing the best. So it's shocked me a little, but it's also a testament to how good this unit is. He's looking technically below average, but that's really freaking good nonetheless. Next up, we have Renais, who has been one of the pinnacles in terms of units in this Ironman so far, and I'm honestly quite happy with her performance and growth. A little up on strength and defense by this point, but up 2 points on speed 2, luck, and resistance. Average skill and down 1 point on HP. Yeah, overall, this character looks great for a level 13 naming. Our next carry unit has been Ross, and while happy the way he looks, it has been a weird Ross. His HP is a little low, so is his speed and defense, but his skill is way through the roof. The same thing with luck, despite using no stat boosters on him yet. Overall, he looks great, just weird growths on him. His luck became a huge talking point for chat, as we were all pretty confused about it. Next up, we have both calves, Kyle and Ford, who seem to, at this point, just be where you'd expect to. Ford underwhelming and below most averages, and Kyle overperforming while not perfect, especially with his skill. He's still looking way more dominant though, especially given that Kyle has more speed than Ford for some reason. Very weird, I know. Our next big carry has been this Loot here, who isn't entirely perfect, lacking in magic and luck a little bit, but makes up beautifully with 14 speed and most surprisingly 9 defense. Our tank Loot doesn't disappoint, especially since we gave her that angelic robe and a high resistance stat too. Makes her quite formidable for weirdly the front line. At this point, I had also used Gilliam quite a bit, despite him getting shaky level ups, finding himself mostly below average. So this has been a disappointing unit, but he can still serve us well going forward, as his defense is still pretty good nonetheless. Our Vanessa has also been in the same boat. While there was moments where the return of Bethesda could have been prophesized, she fell off a wagon a little bit. Her strength is nice, but her skill and speed are not looking that hot, so she might struggle a little bit more than past Vanessa's. But nonetheless, those stats are still good for Sacred Stones, even if they're finding themselves below average. And finally, the last unit who could have gotten a lot of play has been Joshua. And honestly, he hasn't been awful, except for one crucial thing, which became a huge meme in the chat, and that is his strength. Joshua is recruited at level 5 with 8 strength, which is great. 8 strength at level 5 is fantastic. And now Joshua is level 11, 9 strength. They've been shitting on Joshua quite a bit because it's been rough training him, because that stat in particular, he's gotten 1 strength level up in 7 levels. That is not where you want to see that. All other units are not worth talking about, as their stats are either average or haven't had enough level ups yet to even be a big factor. So this is the team we are going in with on Ghost Ship. So as I was getting my inventory set up and deciding on possible promos, we had both Mulder and Ross banned to stop me from taking advantage of water walking, the Slayer skill, give me a War's healer out with Natasha, who hasn't been trained that much, so less safety on my healer too. So I had to rearrange my strategy a little bit, and both my level 4 Archer, who were barely seen any play at this point, and Joshua, who had abysmal strength on a map with 0 axe units, were force deployed. So the odds were not on my side this minute, but I had a few promo items that I had kept. I had a few cards up my sleeve to play, knowing that there was only 1 ban slot open, and that would mean they wouldn't be able to ban Seth, Dusel, and whatever other promos I do get here. Ghost Ship is usually a good place for early promos in Sacred Stones. This map is a genuine difficulty spike, and getting those couple of early promos is the good place to do it, just to make sure that the extra boost and stat you get for that map are worth it. You just need to pick the units carefully. So I decided to promo Gilliam, since I had 2 Night Crests. One was kept for Kyle for a little later, as he was really strong, but I still wanted to level him up a little bit. The other was either Ford or Gilliam, and while Gilliam, as I said earlier, isn't looking his best, getting an extra defense stat from the promo would help quite a bit. So I decided to promo Gilliam to just increase my front line a little bit here. True, but we're gonna be early promoting Gilliam into a Great Knight, because I did promise I was gonna do that. So use one of our Night Crests, use that. Great Knight.
Claimant, please.
All right, done. Thank you again for the $10 super chat. Here we go. Gilliam. So we're gonna have a second Great Knight for the map. That's gonna be sick. We're gonna have a second Great Knight.
Ban Gilliam. Devilish face.
Well, and you heard it right. They used the last ban slot on Gilliam. But luckily, chat took the bait. They saw me use the promo item and their lizard brain activated, and they said, we have to ban this unit. But somehow they both forgot about Dusel and Seth, so I could bring both of them on this map. And bring both of them, I did. I also decided to promo Naomi, and chat decided that Naomi should be a sniper here. So they chose a sniper, which is arguably her worst class, but at least we have promoted Naomi on a map with a few flyers with good strength growth so far. So this Naomi might be really good here on the choke points on the flying units. She might end up putting in a lot of work. And since Naomi is not a unit I see as being a long-term investment, I'm saying that promoting her now with her good stats allows her to get that second level and just be really good now, and that will cause her to help other units get through that threshold where they can be hard carries for this run. The last thing in preparations I do is give Cormac both my secret books we've gotten so far and the Speedwing because I want to make him a monster. So that constitutes all of my stat boosters. Even though a few people in chat had reservations about putting all my eggs in one basket, it does make him really good. So he'll be able to support Seth and Dusel as my final party. Is the 3 aforementioned units, the 2 force deployed Archer and Joshua, Naomi, Garcia, Lute, Kyle, and finally Natasha, as she's the only staff user I have available for the torch staff in healing on this chapter. With that being said, let's see how chapter 11 goes. Start of the map is pretty easy. We take care of a few gargoyles that start near the boat, but the map really starts when both ships get linked up, where the mass of enemy runs at you and reinforcements start spawning en masse. So I split my forces. Seth and Dusel take care of the double bridge, and Kyle goes at the bottom for the single bridge, with Garcia not far behind. My goal here is to go save Larakel and Dosla as quickly as possible, because they can get overwhelmed easily, but also to avoid the Death Coil from behind, who is a problem on this map and can kill units very easily because it is fast, strong, and very defensive. So you have to be careful to play around it and not get sandwiched by it. This being a Fog of War map makes it extremely brutal, especially since I have no thief and my one torch user is pretty busy healing my entire party. And the biggest problem is not even those two, is that I have literally no object permanence, so the moment the unit disappears in the fog, it stops existing in my brain. To be fair, that's my biggest crutch. So before continuing breaking down this map, I guess I'll just let me from the past take over and play the clip because it's going to give you all the context you need. We're fine. We're fine, right? That's an easy clear, and I can use a more useful unit on something else. And if Archer dies, man, okay? At this point, we can't just make a bunch of excuses for Archer to exist. You know, if he doesn't want to exist, he's got to go. Okay, I got to kill 2 archers. I can do that. I can do that easily. Nice. Nice. Crit. You do 17. That's 15. And you do, yeah, 16. So just redo this. Put her in the way. He has to dodge this one to make this okay. So let's hope. Ah, he has the best class. Nice. Okay, cool. I think we're fine. Nice, Seth. Nice dodge, Seth. We are getting some pretty pog dodges here, by the way. I have to say, pretty fantastic dodges across the board. Over. Okay, Cormac, I was just saying. Okay, you know what? You got a crit. I'm okay with it. Now don't die. Now, please, buddy. Gave you a bunch of stat boosters. I need you to stay alive. Oh, he doesn't kill. How much would the guy with the spear do? Oh, God. Did we just lose Kyle? Guys, there's an eye not far away here. I know there's at least one eye. Okay, he's fine. I mean, he gets hit, but he's fine. You jinxed it? You know, I didn't yet. Not yet. Oh no. No! No! Oh! He's silly with it! No! Oh God! Oh God! Oh God! No! Don't do it! No! 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 I didn't know! I didn't know! No! Why did I put him there? Why did I put him there? Because I need to kill the guy. That's why I put him there. Why is there so many of them? 0 deaths, huh? You know what? Don't say anything. Why there's so many of them? It happens. Oh God, don't kill Kyle too. Don't you kill Kyle too. I hate Ghost Ship. I fucking hate Ghost Ship. I fucking hate Ghost Ship. This map fucking sucks. Okay, got punished. Not punished enough. What do you mean? My entire army's dead. They're pretty cooked, by the way. I'm just gonna say it. I can take out this guy with Arthur. But Arthur's kind of a sacrifice here. Because he's not gonna make it past this. You know, he's gonna kill he's gonna get his 1 kill. Gonna get his level up. But he's probably cooked here. How do we make it out of this? How do we turn the tides of battle? I don't want to lose these two, that's the thing. But I think we might have to do something crazy. Because the dev scroll is right here. I think the dev scroll is right there too. I think the dev scroll is just sitting there chilling. What if we kill this? Right? It sucks for Garcia because we might lose Garcia here, but we give an opening to maybe save loot. It's actually a pretty good level for him. Could kill this guy. I could bring everybody over here instead. Do this. Let's bring everybody over to the right. I think it's safer if she goes here. She attacks this guy. I'm waiting for a third person to die. Might be Garcia. I could still do this. Just in case he gets a crit. Okay, wouldn't have changed it much. Okay. Okay, thank you for critting on the second one, Joshua. I appreciate your service to the cause. I guess Archer's dead. I guess Archer's our sacrifice. Archer's here just chilling. I can put Seth down here. Kill one. Oh, I can't kill this guy with Seth. Gotta do this. Troy's toast. Maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe he is. Because of the eyes. But maybe he isn't. Because he's gonna be literally surrounded. He's literally gonna have a surround around him to help him survive. Do this. Kill this guy. Okay. Who's cooked? His name is Arthur, but he can take a hit, you know, and force 2 people to attack him, which is fantastic. Arthur has done his job, guys. He's been sacrificed for the cause. Please dodge, Amy. Just, oh, thank God. Give salutes in the chat for Arthur. Raise your hands in the sky for my boy. Thank you, Arthur. Fucking force deploys. All right, Gilliam. Garcia, sorry. There you go, big boy. There you go, big boy. You got this. 69 chance to hit. I think that's going to hit. Oh! Joshua said not today. Okay, there's the death girl. Holy fuck. Okay. It's not Jover. This is not Jover. This is not Jover until I say it's Jover. I actually get even further, I think. I think I put him as far as possible. Usul does not enjoy these evil eyes, huh? He's not that bad against them. I think we blocked the way here with Dusel, right? I think we do that. Yeah, he's gonna get that 4 damage, but sometimes you gotta do some, I don't want to say sacrifice, but gotta make some choices. Really put Seth here. Can't put him here. Let's do that. This season doesn't seem like ours, guys. No, it is. It is our season, everybody. Dodge tank Namie. Oh, dodge tank Seth, actually. Hell yeah. Crit mattered. Crit for style points. Crit for style points. Let's get it. Then I put Namie here. Okay. Slow retreat, everybody. The slow retreat. I gotta add Archer to the death squad. Okay, that was close to not fun for me. Okay. Okay, 42% chance to hit on Seth. That's... I'm breathing hard here. Oh god, 12 damage, 52% chance to hit. Oh god, oh god! He's silly with it! Okay, we didn't miss, but that's okay. Okay, we double him. He might get a level up off of this. Maybe that's a good level up. Maybe that level up helps us. Get some skills, some speed, some defense, maybe. Some defense, some strength, some HP. Okay, we'll take it.
Okay. This guy now. It's 5 damage. I can handle that. Okay, we get another dodge. Oh my god. Seth said, put me in, coach. Yeah, Seth really did say that. Okay, please dodge this. Garcia. Come on, baby boy. XP thief at this point. At this point, we're going to run Dusel and Seth till the end zone. Very Seth. Yeah. Okay, it's okay. Okay, Mr. Evil Eye. Is it okay? I don't know. What is this luck? Well, we lost 3 units, so I guess some of it's gotta go our way a little bit, okay? Sometimes you gotta have a little bit that goes our way, okay? Just a bit. I did promise chat that I wasn't gonna sacrifice another Joshua. So I think I'm staying good on my promise so far. She's so sick. She's so sick. Oh my, I forgot to buy a steel bow for her. Fuck. But she's so sick, everybody. She's so sick.
Yeah, 3 deaths already. And I'll be honest, a 4th one is coming. With Natasha, as I sacrifice her to heal Joshua, but also to give me vision. I need to have eyes on the last couple of enemies. But we did somehow pull through to Larakel, who can replace Natasha, so I don't really mind losing Natasha here. I knew it was going to be a sacrifice, but I said, you know what, fuck it. I have Larakel, she's recruited, she's been replaced. I have Mulder. Remember, in strategy games, you might love your units, but they are resources to be used as such. As a grand strategist myself, I can tell you, no one's good enough for a tactical sacrifice. And we also get Dazla, who can be a pretty good filler early on if we need the damage. So was losing Cormac and Kyle worth it? Those two? Probably not. But it is the price to pay to ride the ghost ship after all, apparently. Just to give you guys an idea, this map over my 3 run of the FE8 Ironman has taken a total of 10 units from me. It's been a massacre. The deathless streak ends at 3 map as we head into chapter 12. So chat will once again ban a series of good unit in Loot, Gilliam, and Ross. But for some reason, allow me to use Dusel and Seth once again. I don't understand the reasoning, okay? I don't understand this entity that is chat. Their logic makes no sense to me. But I will take advantage of it as long as I can. The force deployers for this map will be Mulder, so that's kind of nice. And they bring Amelia too. They forced me to bring Amelia. They're like, it's finally her time. Who, by the way, hasn't seen a second of training, so she'll be a problem to keep alive. I guess Billy will be happy to finally see her favorite unit on the field. Might not go well for them. This map isn't extremely difficult, but I do get a close call with Seth because I was trying to fix his inventory and I forgot to heal him after I pressed B too fast, canceling the rest of my action with Larakel. So that was kind of just a misclick on my part. I was just trying to move the weapons around, then heal him, and then I pressed B. So that was unfortunate, but sometimes it happens. Other than that, I decided to train Amelia a little bit. She's bound to be force deployed a lot more in the future, as it seems chat was just waiting to get far enough in the game for her to be a liability for me. So good on you, chat. You outplayed me there, but we'll try to train her so that doesn't happen again. Joshua finally gets a strength level up at level 14. We can finally be proud of him, and we managed to recruit Ewan, which is nice, but we'll also train him a little bit as to avoid a Amelia situation once again. All right, so on this map, there's an arena, and while I tend to not allow arena abuse to train all my team, I do allow bribes, as I did say earlier, either to do challenges or funny, nonsensical things. And we had kind of started a tradition on this map to send Ford into the arena because everybody hated Ford and they just wanted to see him die, with the caveat that I'm not allowed to cancel. Just pure full send and see what happens. And since our Ford is always kind of bad, it's always quite funny and worth the laugh. So since a nice member of chat decided to send a bribe my way, I had no choice to oblige and send him into the arena, because after all, I have nothing against Ford. I am just a man of the people, chat. And let's see what happens. Okay, chat, are you guys ready to see Ford take on the arena? All right, Ford. Chat, we're sending it. We're so cooked. We're so cooked! No! And nothing of value was lost.
Pretty much an unforced death on my end, but this man had not been a strong contender on the team by this point. So I'm not torn up over losing him since I have a lot of good options going forward with this team, especially considering Amelia, who I did go out of the way to train and got all the way up to 9 strength by the end of the map, which is about as much as both Joshua and Ford have currently. So that's either a bummer or I have a really good Amelia. Anyways, in the end, nothing of value was lost and the map is pretty much cleared. We move on to Selena's map with Marissa also recruited. And this next map has a few difficulties attached to it, mainly all based around our bolting tome and saving both the villages in the process. However, we both get Tetis and Garrick, which is awesome because they're some of my favorite units in this game. For chapter 13, I'll be forced to bring both Amelia and Ewan. Amelia is at least now a Cavalier, as Chad decided, so Amelia will not be allowed to be good in general in this run. Unfortunately, it's not my fault. Don't come at me in the comments. I'm innocent, Your Honor. But honestly, those two force deploys aren't great because they're still kind of weak. And there's a lot of reinforcement on this map, so it's kind of hard to take care of. Lude gets another round on the bench with Vanessa, and they finally wisen up and also ban Seth. I still have access to do so, though. But the Vanessa ban was pretty smart, given that she can kind of fly around and try to get those villages, so that kind of makes it harder for me here. I could always bring Tana, though, but I haven't been training her that much, so this might be a little tougher. We will see what happens. I won't, however, bring Duso this map. I'll pull out Gilliam instead to train him, as he spent a few maps on the bench now, and I need kind of him to catch up a little bit if I'm going to use him later, since he did eat up one of my promo items, so I kind of want him to be good. Kind of a sunk cost fallacy on my end here, but at this point, you know, gotta hope. During the map, once Joshua reaches level 16, we also decide to promo him as well. And since this man can't seem to buy a strength level up at 9 at level 16, chat decides to bank on Silencer and make him an assassin, which feels so wrong, but it wasn't my decision. So once again, blame the chat. Unfortunately, tragedy strikes again, and in my zeal to train Amelia, I keep her in range of too many units, and she unfortunately gets hit by a 14 damage Pegasus Knight. Is it weird that I'm more bummed out about that one than Ford? Because she was starting to get like really good, man. I felt really bad about that one. It was the first time I felt bad about an Amelia death, but sometimes it happens. I'm very sorry, Billy. If Billy, if you're still watching this video, I'm sorry. The one thing it did also was start a rumor in the chat that I had it out for blonde characters. That apparently I was a blonde hater, as all the blonde units coincidentally are currently all dead. The fact that the goal of this map was to kill Selena, who is also blonde, did not help me fight any of the allegations from chat. But I swear, I have nothing against blonde people. It's not true. Don't listen to those heathens. As I think I've painted a correct picture of them being unhinged, I think you should believe me and not them. But jokes aside, the rest of the map isn't hard. It's just kind of a long and tedious process given the design of this map and it being a route map. Due to me moving extremely slowly, we miss out on both villages, losing the barrier staff and the talisman they offer. The enemy density does allow a good training arc for a ton of units. Things generally go smoothly outside of Amelia, but we've lost a lot of units in the past maps, so let's hope I can stabilize the hemorrhaging going forward. But the odds of that happening are pretty bad, given that chapter 14 is another one of those harder map from Ephraim's route, but we'll talk about that once we get in the map. First, let's look at what's left of my team and how it's looking, and let's see where our hope lies in the future of the run, since I'm technically personally optimistic, given that I'd say our biggest losses so far are Cormag and Combe. But let's see. First off is our Lord Ephraim, who I believe hasn't leveled a single point in strength since we last saw him. I love Ephraim, but my guy, this ain't it. I think in this playthrough of Sacred Stone, I've been the most strength screwed like ever. Except for Naomi, because next up she comes in looking pretty good on strength and skill and speed and a high res and defense. So she's still cooking, even as a sniper. We love that for her. Next up, we have a character who wasn't brought up much throughout the run, but has actually been a steady hand on most maps. Just rounding out the team usually and providing good support for our actual training project. And that is Garcia, who hasn't gotten good growths at all. And it really started showing last map, mostly. But as you can see, down on pretty much every stat except like defense, but I am happy with how he's performed, as he's done his job. Garcia's job is to get people to that stage of them being able to take over for him, and he's done that flawlessly. I will still promo him next map, as I want to keep a little bit of training going on Garrick, so I don't need to give the hero crest to him right away. But he can still contribute to the team with the massive HP pool that he has, so he can still be soaking some damage for the others. Next up is a character we've talked plenty about, that is our noodle-armed Joshua. I have to say, the amount of shit we've talked
talking about this character, all the stats are really good. He's just down 3 points of strength, which is bad, but all his other stats make up for it. So you know what? Fine, I guess. But yeah, we'll still keep making fun of him either way. Tana is next, was pretty much overshadowed Vanessa here, as Vanessa got banned a bunch. I had to start giving love to Tana at level 11 with the stats the way they are. I'm really happy with her growths, and Vanessa still has the same problems we identified earlier. So our flyers are looking all right, but Tana is starting to take over. Next up is Ross, and we'll gloss over this one because he got banned a bunch, so didn't get a lot of leveling opportunity. He's still looking crazy with that unexpected luck and skill, and there's only bad stat being his speed. So he doesn't double and probably gonna get doubled, but the rest is looking all right in my book. When it comes to Dusel and Seth, both of them are looking like Dusel and Seth. And honestly, their bases are so good, I don't care that much about their growth, if I'm being honest. Finally, we'll talk about Ewan, as I managed to get him to level 10 on the last map, and chat decided to promote him to a shaman because they all know my hate for Noel. Joke's on them, I don't hate Noel because he's a shaman. I hate Noel because he's Noel. Either way, Ewan here is kind of doing awesome with more than average magic, speed, and luck. So I'm generally happy with this guy. The other units either haven't gotten a level since we last saw them or have nothing out of the ordinary going for them. Now it's time to begin chapter 14, and it seems that chat was skipping all their vitriol for this map, as they finally said you've been having it too easy thus far. Mind you, I've lost 6 units in 3 maps, but it simply didn't satiate their bloodlust. They wanted more and decided that banning Seth, Dusel, and Gilliam was funny, essentially robbing me of a frontline. They were nice enough to force deploy loot and molder for me though. So how are we going to handle this? Well, first things first, I'll promote Garcia, and chat will make him a hero, so give him a few more points of speed. And you may wonder why I didn't promote Garrick instead. As I said earlier, it's because I want to give him more levels and max out the experience while he's not promoted. Since I think Garrick will be essential to carry the late game, I need him to get as many stats as he can. The only units that won't be brought that weren't banned are Dazla, Marissa, and Tethys. And it could be entirely fair to bring Dazla instead of Garcia to take over the role of babysitter. That way I save myself a hero crest. But I'll be honest, I didn't think about it until like now as I'm saying it. So my bad. And something that was happening this entire run was I was having economy problem. My entire run, I did not have enough funds, and I kept having to just stray by with a couple gold points. It turns out I did manage to fix that through killing all of my Nightcrest users. Save Gilliam. That way I can just end up selling all the Nightcrests to buy weapons. Killing off Ford, Kyle, Franz, and Amelia was actually just part of a grand strategy, folks. You should drop a like for this big brain play on this one. You don't need to manage your economy well if you kill all your Cavaliers. Seth can do their job anyways. The only character I'm beat up over not bringing is Tethys, as she can do a lot of work, but I needed a high movement from the Pegasus to move fast on the map, and I opted to bring Ewan so I could train him before he gets force deployed by chat again. At this point in the run, I'm just trying to mitigate the damage that chat can do to me. I won't promote anyone else right here, which may be a misplay since this map can get quite tough, but I'm trying to squeeze the maximum amount of experience out of these units. The last bit of prep I do here is I use all the stat boosters of my units. I give the energy ring to Naomi because she has good strength, but she could use the extra oomph. I give the goddess icon to Ephraim. While his luck is generally good enough, my reasoning is that upping his luck by 2 can avoid a weird 1% crit. It's more of a safety precaution since he's my 1 game over condition, and I don't want to get another game over. And finally, I give my Draco shield to Garcia, as he's kind of my tank for this map, and given all the potential tanks have been banned already, so it just makes him a little stronger. The main thing that is important about this map is using La Rochelle. We can finally get a replacement for Combe in the form of Renais. And he's quite useful, as there is a stealable body rings on this map, and he comes with a member card to access the secret shop. As I've been pretty cash strapped this entire run, I haven't been able to spend money on keys either, which means getting all the chests should be top priority, because there is a guiding ring, 10,000 gold, a hammer and staff to repair your weapon, a spear, and finally another angelic robe. All this would be ideal to get, but first we need to get there. And the big challenge on this map is getting through the status stave mages with the 2 long-range berserk, 1 sleep, and 1 silence. We'll try to bring restore staves along to make it a little easier, but also slow us down a little bit, having to run them out of those uses of those staffs, all trying to recruit Renais, who only runs across the top side of the map behind the doors. And the moment you open the doors to try to recruit him, mages and druid reinforcements start flowing through the left and right side of the map. So it gets crazy up there very quickly. The first bit of the map goes okay. We make it to the doors on both sides, and Joshua takes care of the chest room, as he has pretty good avoid, even though he has a hard time one-rounding the shaman with an iron sword, which is pathetic. But you know, Joshua, keep doing Joshua thing. He should be fine nonetheless. But Renais is already pretty deep in, so I start rushing things a little bit. And instead of telling you what happens in the next bit of the game, I'll just show you. It should be clearer that way. Okay, so we got to do a couple of things here. We got to start opening doors. Oh, he didn't berserk because he's asleep. Fuck. Okay. Okay, I gotta think on my feet here. I can't lose Renais. This side's a little simpler to deal with. I take out this guy.
Just gotta restore this guy for sure. Gucci managed to survive, didn't miss anything cool. Emperor, so far, no. So far, nobody died. Everything's looking great. We're all happy bunnies. I have to kill this guy. Okay, I got ideas. I gotta open these doors up. I know it sounds crazy, but I gotta do it. I gotta kill this guy. The silence. As long as I have my restore staff nearby, and the silence isn't a problem anymore, I think we're doing great. Do not love these odds. Do not love these odds. 20 each, 22. If I get hit by this, I fall to 14 HP. Okay, the other guy can't kill me unless I miss. And that's a big miss. However, I don't have a choice. So I gotta hope. I gotta pray. Let's go, Garrick. You did good. You did good, boy. I'm unsatisfied with the lack of death. We're doing great, okay? We're doing great. We're all proud of each other. We're all happy. Okay, so here. This one's a little trickier. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's not enough. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Not enough. 7. Not enough. Okay, this guy's too far. And that's a problem. We can't open the door right away. What we can do, restore this guy again. Can't kill this guy because he has a body ring and I need the body ring. Okay, so we're going to open it up next turn. We have to end the turn. And we kind of have to hope for a little bit of the best here. I don't know if you're able to get Renais. I'll be able to get Renais. Don't you worry. Don't you worry. I'm kind of a big deal. I have to block a path here to do that. Okay. Motherfucker didn't miss, huh? Okay, so I gotta block the path. You would be a deer if you could dodge this. You'd be like a doll. Would you be a doll? Okay, fuck you then. Ross is not dodging this, so we gotta... Okay. Yo guys, Garrick almost dodged. Okay, so what I have to do here, very specific movements. I have to restore Ross. I have to block this path that Renais can't go through. If I bring her here, she doesn't get berserk. We're still kind of fine. The problem is this guy's asleep, so if I open the door, he's automatically cooked. Yeah, I gotta take the risk, I think. Who has the door key? Ewan, so I gotta figure out who picks it up. I think Ross picks it up for the simple reason to keep somebody in front of Eirika in case things don't go my way. Okay, 16 is not a kill. It's a kill for sure. We get hit by 8. That's not great. But then... he has a Lance Reaver! Why did I not check? Bro, I'm dumb. Bro, we're so cooked. This is cooked. Oh, man. Okay, let's calculate things here. Maybe. Get hit there. You drop to 13 HP. One of these guys can hit you. Okay, no, that's too many people that can hit Amy. It's not great. Because we gotta rescue both these guys. Okay, so let's do... So Ross, good luck. We might lose her knack. Okay. So that's what we're dealing with here, everybody. Whatever you said, no worries, we're a big deal. You know what? I didn't say anything, okay? You guys didn't hear anything. Okay, so what I gotta do here is I gotta start by restoring Garrick. Garrick's backing the fuck up. You're also backing the fuck up. She literally can stay there and take care of this guy, so that's fantastic. Kill him. Well, I made a mistake. I don't know why I did this. Okay. 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 8. If he hits. She'll be fine, right? She'll be fine, right? Oh, dear Lord. She'll be okay, right? Don't. She'll be okay, right? Everything will be okay, right? You set loot the brute to first. I miscalculated some movement here and there, maybe. There may or may not have been a slight miscalculation of like where to place units. May or may not. She's so good. She's so sick. She's so sick. Never punished. Well, it depends on who you ask. The brute is a god. My goat. My goat. RN Jesus bless this loot. That was so scary. I peed myself a little. I'm gonna be honest.
What did he say?
Also, Ross is doing pretty good too. I think we need to acknowledge. Okay. What a dodge. Are we getting Renais? I think at this point we're not. I think we all gotta be realistic to each other. We're not. Because Luke can just go here and elixir. We're backing everybody up on the right side. Thank God for that elixir. Thank God I gave it to her at the start. Yeah, so these guys can still attack her, but like now oh wait. This guy has crits, right? Fuck, he has crits, that's true. He has crits. I forgot he had crits, but she can't get further than that, so that's like the best I got. Wait, actually, it's not that bad. 8 damage times 3, that's 24. Fuck, it's just her HP. This blows. I don't have anything else I could have done, right? I'm trying to think about it. There's not really much I could have done other than what I've already done. Are you out of berserks? You are not. Okay, I need you. We need to clear this entire thing here with 4 units, 3 units actually. Gotta pick our targets properly. Okay, we gotta do this. Wasting the gift RN Jesus gave you. Now we're fine. We're getting another gift by RN Jesus. He loves us. He's a big fan of us. Okay, let's just do killer axe. Go Ross. I don't care. Just get the kill. First step, we gotta do this. Thank God he didn't crit. I got so scared he could have crit there. Eirika is alive, yeah. Okay, what's your attack? 19. What's your res? Please be good. 12. So you drop from 19 to 12. That's 7 damage. Okay. What's your damage? 14. What's your defense? 6. That's 4. That's 8. 8. She's fine. She's kind of fine. Okay. The thing is, just curious here. Hello, kitty. You guys see the kitty on my shoulder? I'm more scared of this guy. 83 hit percentage. I have to take the chance. So I'm gonna do it. She gets a level up, so that might be good in my favor. Maybe a little bit of res, maybe a little bit of defense, maybe a little bit of speed, or just a little bit of speed. So that might gonna help me dodge by like a tiny bit, but still. Put him all the way back here. Keep her here. Okay. Hands off the keyboard, people. Hands off the keyboard. Okay. Okay. Can we get a level up here? No, we can't. Okay. I was like, level up with 1 defense, then we're fine. Okay. That's how it goes. Thank you for the dodge. I appreciate it. You've been preciously avoiding a wipe for like 3 turns. Precariously avoiding it. Yeah. It's been close call after close calls, and I'm not finished. I'm not finished. Pray to the crit gods. Well, I don't really need the crits. Well, I mean, I guess I save axe uses if I crit here. Okay. Ross gets me good. Okay, Ross maxed his strength and got 16 skill and has 25 luck. This Ross is great. Okay, Loot, I beg of you. Thank God! He didn't crit! Thank God! Also, I have to say that we need to give a little bit of a shout out to Joshua. Oh, no, we lost Garcia, man. I think we just lost Garcia. I never thought of it. No! 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 Oh, bro. I thought of everything except this guy. Oh, man. I thought of everything except Garcia. I thought too much. Always punished. Always a little bit punished. Okay. There's no way I get Renais now, which is big sad. It's the Cormac curse. Yeah, it's warp. Oh, I didn't think about these two guys. Eirika could have died. Guys, Eirika could have died too. This could have been worse. We're not done on this side. This is so fucked. This is so fucked, guys. This is extra. We're extra cooked here. She can kill this guy easily. Let's do this. I got ideas. We wiping left side wipe. No. Okay, maybe we are. Maybe I lied. God damn. This is rough. Kratos, why not use the berserk in your favor? Ugh. I'm scared that he's gonna go for one of my units. That's the reason. Level up. Okay, give me something good. Fucking take it. I'll fucking take it. Yeah, okay. We might be okay. We might not too. It's a big question, everybody. Find out next time on Dragon Ball Z. No, actually find out today. How's Season 3 going so far? Season 3 is, as you can see, the death squad down here, it's not going great. It's not going fantastic. I would have liked a better season, you know? Not gonna lie, I would have liked something a little bit better. Let's just do this. Oh, the ones on the right, I think I have 2 left. Okay, Luna hit. That's not supposed to happen. I think the game cheated. 16, 6, and then Luna. We can dodge Luna, right? Hit 63. Dodge. Avoid 46. We're fine, right? Surely we're fine. Okay. See how it goes. Please dodge at least one thing, Eirika. Oh, God. Eirika might die. Oh, fuck. The longbow's gonna hit, man. The longbow's 100% gonna hit. I swear to God, he's fucking with me. I swear to God, Joshua is absolutely having a bloody laugh right now. What are those level ups? Longbow, sure shot coming right up. No, please don't. Please, 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 please. Eirika's a low value unit in my opinion, so I think losing her is preferable to Ross. Oh, definitely. But if I could not lose all my units, I would love it. I'd love to lose not any of my units if I'm keeping it a buck. 13 damage. Oh, he doubles too. Very nice. Good job, Ross. Keep it up, buddy. Okay, stop toying with me and just make the sniper attack. I want to see what happens. I am nervous. Dodge, 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 dodge. Who was joking that my next death would be Eirika because green is too close to blonde? Somebody made that joke last time. And I hate that they're right. We went for too many things at once, I think. She did get a lot of dodges. We just, we flew too close to the sun there. And we got punished. Goes like a bull to red, but only to the blocks. You keep doing your thing, buddy. You're having a grand time, aren't you? And if your thing could involve killing more of them, that'd be fantastic. Joshua, I need fucking answers over here, please. Step it up. Joshua might be next. I swear to God, if he is, it's the Marissa training arc. That's it. That's it. The sniper gonna read Joshua. I know. I know. I'm trying. The game hates me. Okay, now I'm just angry. This fucker sucks. I'm more mad about the weapon he lost for us.
Boy, that escalated quickly. I mean, that really got out of hand fast.
It jumped up a notch.
It did, didn't it?
I have no excuses. This is bad. It's just plain bad. We might be cooked. And the meme of the run, Joshua being dead, is just generally a vibes killer. Even though his strength was bad, he was very fun to make fun of. It just felt like a series of bad decisions, one after another. And now we're headed into chapter 15, which can be a tough Ironman map, given that Eirika adds a second game over condition. Well, at least the rest of this map is easy enough, and we get our one key to take the 10,000 gold, as we are a little economy challenge right now. As we are heading into one of the most infamous maps of the game, I'll get a few promotions out of the way as some of our training projects have reached a good level. And they can now take over from Seth and do so for carrying the run. The first one being Loot, who chat made a Sage. Next up will be Ross into a Berserker, and finally our Vanessa into a Falcon Knight. Interesting choice on that one. While Tina is slightly better, I'm waiting for a few more levels on her to promo her. So here in this map, while the chat allows me to bring loot, they also force deployed a fully untrained Marissa. Thank you, chat. Because they said to replace Joshua. Like, that was a big hole in my army. The bans would be Mulder, Seth, and Naomi. So some pretty good units. Naomi can be really useful on this map due to all the flyers. And she's been really like a steady hand throughout. Seth, that's a real bummer. Mulder's our best healer. So it will force me to deploy some subpar units to finally fill out the team. The only not deployed units on this upcoming map is Tethys again. And I'm not entirely sure why I didn't bring her. But it might also be because the unit who took her spot is Null. Not because I like Null, but because I want to please please chat who want me to deal with the most hated unit I had. So I did just that. And again, I'm nothing but a man of the people. So if the people ask for it, the people will get it. How will I handle this map? And what exactly is the challenge on this one? Honestly, the only real challenge is saving Eirika. There's a good chance you get game overed from the Pegasus reinforcements or the few wyverns that come in early. But honestly, anything up there in that corner is a danger to her because she's very frail. Even if we get a heal staff on Salah and get them to the trees, it's a close call most of the time. So you rather send some reinforcements up there, hence why I'll be sending both Tana and Vanessa and even Dazla, who makes his first appearance in this run. The rest of the team will go towards Valter's group to clear out the mass of enemy that is in front of us before the mass of reinforcement that spawn behind show up so we can avoid getting sandwiched. We do start running into an issue on the top side quite quickly as I just go from unforced error after unforced error.
Okay, so we gotta put Tana in danger, which I don't love. Ugh. I don't love this. Okay. Unless... yeah, Eirika, please just survive. Like, all I needed. Like, oh my god, this is actually kind of... oh my god, I didn't check here. Yeah, this is actually kind of the worst for Tana. Okay, I should have traded her to the slim lens here. This might be bad. Eirika, Tana, put your dodge pants on. Yeah. I have to put Tana in precarious positions because I can't afford to lose Eirika, like, at all. Like, Tana, it's like, it sucks, but it's not a game over. Eirika is like, that's a game over right there. Why didn't you have a flyer grab Eirika and pull back? Well, you know what? Thinking's not my main talent, you know? Not what I'm great at. Well, it's going to be a fun enemy phase. Yeah, it's gonna be something for sure. Let's swallow our pride and the turn and see how things go. First up, we have Tana, who dodges. Hell yeah for Tana. Hell yeah for Tana. Hell yeah for Tana. Hell yeah for Tana. Okay, get a level up with like speed and like luck and like defense too. Okay, you got luck. She got luck. She got luck. Hell yeah for Tana. Hell yeah for Tana. Hell yeah for Tana. Alright, girl, just two more. Just two more. Actually, just one more. You need to dodge one of the... just two more. Just two more. Just three more. Oh, no! Tana! Keep the chant going, chat. Keep it going. We need to help her. She's not doing great. She's not doing great. Two more dodges. I just need two dodges out of you. I just need two dodges out of you, Tana. Close calls got me sweating. Oh! Tana, one more. One more, girl. I need one more out of you. I need one more out of you! It's gonna kill her, lads. Don't say things like that. Come on, Tana! Come on, girl! No! I hate this. I hate this so much. This fucking sucks. This game fucking sucks. I'm unhappy, okay?
So yeah, unfortunately, rest in peace, Tana. I guess I'm just terrible at this game because this might have been the most avoidable death ever. If I had just moved my team back a little bit with rescuing, we may have just been fine. But at least Tana died to keep Eirika alive. And the run stays alive. At this point, with the amount of units I've lost, I'm not sure for how long, but as long as I'm still going, there's a chance. Where there's a will, chat, there is a way. So another mistake happens. I had severely underestimated the speed of Gilliam and placed him in a position to bait in the Devil Axe Berserker. And, well, he gets doubled. And you can see my face. I was not expecting it at all. This is what tends to happen to the units that get banned for a few maps in a row. They get a chance to fall behind quite a bit, and sometimes it slips your mind how far behind they actually are. It's an unfortunate loss, but at this point, it's not surprising. Best we can do is hope things stabilize at least for this map because we're in a dangerous territory for later. Luckily, we have the best unit coming up with Myrrh, so she might save the run on her own, but we'll see. First, we have to finish this map and grab all the desert hidden items, which won't be too hard. Once the whole map is cleared, we safely grab them all. But the main issue on this map is that the bosses are kind of tough. Kalik hits like a truck, so we'll use a combo of Ephraim with an axe reverse, Salah with Hellfire to take him out. But Valter is even scarier because he can crit, and if he procs his skill, he ignores defense entirely. Plus, he's very fast, so I only have a few options to take care of him. Ultimately, I use Loot with supports to avoid crit, which trickles him down, and then I finish him up with Ross and his Devil Axe.
axe. And you may wonder why the devil axe? Well, as I said earlier, we take bribes on this channel, and chat wanted me to use the devil axe, and I am extremely lucky that that crit didn't backfire. Luckily for me though, Ross is really good luck, so it should be fine, right? Hopefully it'll stay fine. All right, so I'll take a break from murdering all of my units to talk about what is left of the team before going into chapter 16, which is also the Eirika and Ephraim promo chapter. Little death squad summary here. It is looking stacked. We're on a 5-map death streak, and we've lost a total of 12 units in the past 5 maps. Our death total is 14, by the way, if we don't count Orson, that is. So prior to chapter 11, we had only lost 2. This is kind of crazy, but we still have some units left. So first off, our Lord, Ephraim, who has been pretty good for us overall, but his stats don't reflect that. While most of his stats look great, both his strength and skill are 3 points below average, and that's a little concerning. He has a really good speed, so I'm happy on that front. Our next kind of major unit who has been holding up strong through thick and thin is Ross, who once again has one of the weirdest and most surprising look I've ever seen with 18 skill and 27 luck. He just looks awesome. Some of his stats are a little below average, but the luck is so crazy that it almost makes using the devil axe on him an almost non-issue. And chat seems to really like that weapon, so at least I can safely use the meme weapon, or at least somewhat, I guess. Anyways, Ross is pure awesome at this point. Next up is kind of a dark horse character in Ewan. He's still a little bit behind in terms of general levels, but my training arc of this character seems to have somewhat paid off. And honestly, this might be the first run I use Ewan concretely, and I'm pleasantly surprised. Nothing looks too awful. His magic and speed are a little better than average, and overall, I'm happy with him. After this, we have a Falco Knight Vanessa, who's looking below average a little for skill and speed, lacking a little bit overall, but all her other stats are fine. So she might not carry this run, but she will come in handy, I believe, for sure. Next up, another major carry on this run, and that is Loot, who has really good stats all around. She's a little bit behind on skill, but her speed and luck are great. And she is tank Loot, man. She has a 13 defense overall, so she's surprisingly bulky, but can also pack a punch. Next character on the list is Garrick, who we haven't talked about much, but he has been a steady hand since we've had him, and I can feel that he starts shining in the last half of the game as other units start falling behind a little bit, and since he'll get his promo item on this map, it'll be nice to see him pop off a little bit. His strength and speed are looking good. He is behind on skill and defense, but overall, nicely balanced unit that I can see making a big splash soon. This next character that I'm highlighting is Marissa. Not that there is anything exceptional about this unit. I'm kind of forced to use her with the way my team has been decimated in the last couple of maps, but the reason we are talking about her is she has 9 strength, and that is 1 less than when Joshua died. This isn't significant. It's just another reason to shit on Joshua. Even from the grave, I'm still gonna make fun of him. Our main healer that remains is up next with Mulder, and we haven't talked much about him generally as he's mostly relegated to healing, and he's been generally average in this entire run. But his magic stat right now is pretty significant, being up by 3 points, which is kind of nice. But his job is to have Slayer and heal, so hopefully we can get a few more levels on him before we get to the big monster maps. Off the heel of this is another early promo units in Naomi, who looks all right. Mind you, we did give her an energy ring early, but her stats are pretty good up on speed and defense and resistance. She might seem like she's fallen behind, but Naomi was never meant to be a late game carry. Her utility was to get us through Ghost Ship and to get a steady hand to allow other units to reach their potential, and I think she's done just that. At this point in the game, she'll fall more into a secondary role and be uniquely good against Flyer, so I'm happy to see her early promo for her worked wonders, and we'll see how she performs, but I think she'll keep getting deployed and keep being like a good filler unit for most of the upcoming maps. Next up is Eirika, whose stats aren't fantastic. She's behind in a few categories, but up in speed, so nothing crazy here, but we'll have to keep an eye on her since she's quite frail. The other units are pre-promotes, and there really isn't any point to look at them closely as they aren't that far from their bases. So with all that being said, we start chapter 16 with Bands of Seth, who, by the way, chat sent a bribe my way to give the Metis tome to, so weirdly enough, he has the Metis tome. Yeah, again, I accept bribes. Dusul and Vanessa are also banned. The rest of the team can come along with only a few staying on the bench, which will be Eirika because she's an extra game over condition that I do not want to deal with on this map. Dazla because he's kind of underwhelming, and Inez since I don't need 2 snipers here. What makes this chapter quite scary is the amount of reinforcement that tend to just rush you once you pass a certain threshold. But the problem here is I didn't double check this map before starting, and I'm used to doing the Eirika version of this map, where the reinforcements are a little different than the one on Ephraim's version.
So there's a lot of discrepancy in my knowledge versus what's actually going to happen here. There's also a lot of long-range staves and spells on this map. The first one I'll take care of is the Berserk Staff with Nami's Longbow with the top group. So thankfully that is out of the way early. There are 3 Eclipse Stone, which I'm not too terrified of, but the 2 Sage Reinforcement, one with a Sleep Staff and one with a Perch Tome, that might be a little scarier. So again, there are some shenanigans to play around here. As you may have noticed, I send most of my group through the upside to storm the throne room and try to secure the chest room early, and I send a smaller group around the bottom side just to kind of train Mer. So having only Sala and Garrick to babysitter, I should be enough, and Marissa, I guess, is there too for support purposes with Garrick, and I guess get some extra little training. So I just kind of like have her along. So in the first round of reinforcement spawn, we send Ross to deal with a portion of that group. The other dudes break off and make for Mer's group. That in and of itself doesn't stress me out too much, but something I wasn't expecting happens. Another group of reinforcement exclusive to Ephraim modes show up on the bottom side, composed of a Valkyrie and 3 Rangers, and simultaneously right above the Purge and Sleep Sage both spawn. Meaning my little training group over here is kind of in danger, and the situation is all of a sudden a lot scarier than it was earlier. And now I'm in trouble as my Sala gets hit by a 32% sleep, and then we start running into another series of unfortunate events.
Man, fuck this game. This is a problem. Mer's got this. This is Mer moments, by the way, everybody. Never been more Jover. He's got brutal real fast. We're good. Trust. We're so alive, by the way. We're so gaming. Trust. Well, no, I mean, he's Jover. He's dead. We abandoned ship on this guy. For sure. These guys can't even hurt her. That's how sick she is. These guys can't even hurt her. I mean, they'll probably go for Salah, but either way. These guys will all break themselves against the wall that is Mer. Yeah, now we got Devil Axe Ross over here. Hopefully not critting himself ever. Playing with fire over here. Here, we're so backing up. We're gonna choke point here. Uh-oh. Woo! There's a chance this goes bad, by the way. We're just using out all the Devil Axe chances we did say we were gonna use. Okay. The funny thing is they can still miss. If Mer could get a few crits here, that'd be sick. Good, she's still alive. She got hit though, that's not great. Okay. She's still fine. I thought she crit there for a second, by the way. Oh my god, 82%! Yo, she's so Jover. I need that Purge to calm himself. Yeah, I need him to take like a 5-minute break or something. Because he's doing a lot. Right side, Dunzo. I don't think everybody. I think Marissa Dunzo, but I think there's a... That's a very nice level up, Nami. I think we can like get out of there with like still Mer and Garrick. I think Mer and Garrick can do some crazy shit over here. And that's crazy shit right there. You know, it's not Jover yet. You know, if we lose Salah, I'm willing to make that sacrifice here. I'm 100% willing to make that sacrifice. Marissa's gone. Salah's most likely gone. But I think Mer and Garrick can maybe stand on their heads here because we got the big portion of it. You know what? I'm starting to get scared, so I'm just going to hand axe here. The Devil Axe is starting to terrify me here. Yeah, I'll put him here with Nosferatu. I have an idea. Alright, so they're dumb, so they're going to keep going for Mer because they're stupid. Yeah, so she's gone. Bye-bye, Marissa. Bye-bye. Yeah, you lost. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Bye-bye, Marissa. Bye. Bye. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. This might not be bad. Oh, I forgot these guys could maybe hit Null. Ooh, that's bad. Okay, Null dodges. Great. Good job, Null. Good job, Null. Keep it up, buddy. You're doing your best. Of course, he was going to get attacked by Luna with what the... That was scary. Oh, Garrick's still alive. Not Garrick, Salah. Okay, you got hit there. Well, sleepy Garrick time. Okay, this sleep staff guy doesn't miss, huh? Oh my god! Garrick! Garrick, you beautiful boy! Oh my god, Garrick, you beautiful man. This is kind of scary. Give me a crit. Okay, the fact he didn't give me a crit there. Oh, fuck me, bro. Like, what are the odds of missing a 55% crit into getting hit by, like, what, 38%, 33%, 35% maybe? I don't know. Okay, let's do... Oh, my God. There's too many things to think about. Okay, that's my first step. Fucking kidding. Like, what are... Kill this guy. Please don't miss. Please don't. Like, just... I need you to hit this. I'm angry. Fuck this character. What a waste of fucking space. You and I believe in you, buddy. Take the items from Null. He's dying anyways. No, I don't think he is. I don't think he is. I think he's gonna survive regardless. Ewan's giving me back open this world. Maybe we lose Ross. I can't save Ross. This fucking guy, by the way. Holy hell. You can't miss this. Thank you very much. Can I have this? Ross will dodge, I believe. Ross will dodge. Ross will dodge. I think it's a best case scenario to lose Salah here. Fuck. 34%. Twice. Twice, by the way. Twice, by the way. That's crazy. There's no shot he dies there. There's no shot he dies there. That's the thing. Yeah, Salah's gone. Fuck Salah. I don't care about you. He misses a crit, 5%. He gets hit by 2 34s in a row, which are 34s to our end, so they're really like 25. Don't double him, please. Oh fuck. Okay, so if a Sword Master guy, I think gets a crit, I think we die. It's all up to loot now. It's 100% up to loot. Okay. Okay. Do not kill him. Don't get a crit. Thank you.
And once again, here we are with 3 more units in the death squad. And yet, Null, through all of this, is somehow still alive. Luckily, Mur and Loot respectively just carried each side of the castle. While Marissa isn't a huge loss and Salah dying kind of blows, the biggest loss here is our boy Ross. He has been with us since the start of this run. He was one of our main carries and now is gone forever. So please leave a like on this video in the memory of our good friend Ross, who can now join his father in paradise. The rest of the map beyond this goes quite well. We managed to grab all the chests, get some level on both Ewan and Null to get them in a place where they'll promo and be able to contribute quite a lot more. And now that we've happily reunited Orson with his wife, thanks to Mur, our new carry, we can move on to chapter 17 with a few new promos, as Ephraim was level 20, so we promo him, and we'll wait on Eirika because she has 97 experience, so we'll give her at least a last level before we promo her. Both Ewan and Garrett get the promo too, respectively hero and druid, thanks to chat. And we finally go into chapter 17 with, I believe, finally a little bit of pity from chat as they ban Dosla and Null for some reason and force deploy Seth and Eirika. So I think chat is like, okay, we've hurt this man enough. Now it's time to help him out a little bit. And at this point, I don't know how much Seth is good of a force deployed given how many maps he missed. He's just kind of like my other units at this point, which is fine. I like him still, but we'll see. On chapter 17, we get our final unit of this game with Serene. And with the amount of units we've lost so far, we'll need her bad to round out the team a little bit. I rarely use her in normal runs, but this time around it seems like a crucial unit to have because her bases aren't half terrible. But we also have the secondary objective of saving all the villagers to get a rescue staff. Once the villagers are saved and the first wave of enemies taken care of, granted we do get lucky because AI is dumb at times and did not attack people they could have probably killed, I think. But generally the struggle isn't too present since our team has pretty much weeded out its weakest members, I guess. And outside of this early section where we rush out mounted units up front, the biggest problem of this map will be the Congo lines of druids that come at you and have high magic stat and kind of chunk my units down. But thanks to Mur one-shotting them and the combo of Serene and Vanessa being able to support her in her goals, we managed to get our butts to Lyon slowly and use the final waves of reinforcement on this map to train up our units. And I'm proud to announce that this is our first map in 7 maps where I don't lose 1 unit because we were at a 6 death map streak now. And I think this is cause for some celebrations. But that'll have to be short, as next up we have chapter 18, which is filled with Gorgons and can be quite troublesome if we are not careful. Here we're going in with force deploys of Molder and Tethys. So I guess chat has taken some pity on me, or there simply isn't a bad unit left on the force deploy, I guess. However, they will proceed to ban Ewan, Loot, and Garrick. So 3 of my best units. Can truly see how evil my chat truly is. I get one map where no death happens and they immediately have to take away my best units. And yeah, they can't let me have one moment of peace, I guess. Weirdly enough, this map will be a map where I train up Seth, which sounds odd to say this late in the game, but he did slightly fall behind due to all the bans in the mid game and me not deploying him in the early game. And since if you kill the eggs before they hatch, they give you 50 experience point no matter what. So we'll want to rush down those eggs to get the extra experience, but also avoid the extra Gorgons since Molder is our only restore staff, and I'll be wanting to avoid stone as much as I can. I'm a little movement challenged on this run by this point since I've lost most of my mounted units, or chat promoted every unit into the non-mounted version, but we'll kind of try to make quick work of this one nonetheless. I gotta give it a little bit of credit to Null, as his summons here became quite handy at luring Gorgons in to place them in favorable positions for me to clear them out without running into too many issues. And honestly, despite this map often being labeled as a challenging map, even with fielding some members of the B squad, looking at you, Dazla, Ines, Irene, and Null, the map went off without any real issues. I came in with a plan and executed it pretty well, placing experience point on Seth, Vanessa, Ephraim, and Eirika, mostly to ensure carry potential for the 2 former and making sure the game over conditions could handle themselves pretty well, as one of the toughest maps in the game is coming up at chapter 19, which has been a bloodbath historically in the series, even losing me a run. But we clean up chapter 18 with no deaths, making it 2 maps in a row with no casualty. Maybe the curse is finally broken, but chapter 19 is coming up and the real challenge will begin. To start chapter 19, we get a few major bans of Seth, Garrick, and Ewan, but I'm allowed to use both Loot and Molder, which is really good because this map scares me, especially once I realize that our team is so depleted that the bans make me feel 13 units on a map with a limit of 16. But it's okay, I have a very good strategy to make short work of this map. First things first, this map has a lot of loot in terms of chests, but we'll leave the right side chest to the wayside as I simply don't have the keys to get all the chests. And while Fortify or Bolting might be nice to use, I don't have the units to send a group that way. I simply don't have enough units, since my strategy requires me to rush down the left side. So I'll send my elite troop to the left side, those being mainly Dusel, Vanessa, Myr, Molder, Loot, and Ephraim. We'll also bring Tethys along with us, and when it comes to this left side chest, we'll pick up the Fenrir Tome and the Speedwing. All the other units will be left behind to protect the throne room as we rush the left side choke point. And you may be wondering what I'm trying to do here, because I simply don't have the front line to handle this massive units, and the throne room is quite scantily defended. It won't hold out the whole survive map for sure with those units, but there is an alternative. You can kill Reeve, and it ends the map early. However, as previously mentioned, there is a literal mass of enemies between me and Reeve. So how do we do this? Well, instead of telling you, I'll let past me show you how I did it.
Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to back everybody up over here, and we're going to send it from here. That's the warp user. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do, but I'm going to do it in a second. And we're going to send our troops over here in this little corridor. Oh, wait, I need to make sure that everybody can get in, because we're ending it now. Let's actually start, you know. Start it up. Let's just straight up just do the thing. Let's start it up. 32. So 51 minus 32. So Loot can finish it off, and she's most likely gonna hit. So I think we give it to Loot. Guys, was that a good strat? Okay, so that's our first step. Then we attack with Myr. Myr has literally 0 chances of missing. So that's fantastic. So you dance Molder. And then I staff, warp, Loot. Down here. Okay, hopefully it's enough. Okay, so Myr, start the murder. Fuck you, Reeve. Eat shit. Eat shit, bitch. Let's fucking go. Guys! Can I get some hype in the chat? We're gonna fucking do it. Oh my god. It's the first time we get past chapter 19. Oh my god, we're gonna be able to chart chapter 21. That's so crazy. And thanks to our monstrous Myr and Loot, we make it the furthest I've ever made it in this Ironman. It's time for chapter 20, which is an onslaught of monster unit. But I must say that my chapter 19 strategy should be applauded because the warp staff shenanigans came in huge. But how will chapter 20 go?
let's see together. Well, first thing chat decides to do is ban both of the MVP from last map. So Mert and Luke, they can't help us out. And they also ban Null for some reason. You know what? I'll take it. I think they wanted to reward me for last map. You know, they were like, congratulations, you did good here, so you can go ahead. But our team is slightly depleted from those bans, and we'll have to find a way around it. At least I have Mulder available with Slayer, but him and Ewan will be crucial for healing, so I have to be careful of their usage. A lot of this map will go through Garrick, Seth, and Dussel. The one big issue we'll face is the boss overall for sure. And my win con was kind of Morva. So I'll have to adapt that in the future once we get there. Once again, Garrick will be doing a lot of work on this map. And we'll hit a few close calls with some of our units on this map too, in terms of potential deaths.
Yeah, okay, she couldn't get hit by 2 people. That's why I put Ephraim in front. I remember now. Ooh, I got scared. No! I fucked up! No! Okay, we're good. No! Seth is fine, right? Right? Wait. Is Seth fine? Seth is fine. Seth is fine. Seth is fine. Seth is so fine. That was a decent use of it. Oh god. Dazla, don't die. Don't die, buddy. Do not die. Dazla, buddy. Please. You're fine. You're fine, right? Okay, you're fine. You're so fine. You're so fine. Chatty's so fine. Wait. What the? Wait. What the? Oh, because Sword Slayer is because he's a unit that uses sword and not a sword. Oh my god. What the fuck is going on? Those are. Stop getting hit by 23%. Jetsing it. What the? Stop this at once. Stop this at once. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, thank God. You're such a beautiful boy, Garrick. You're beautiful. Your green hair is beautiful. Your beautiful purple clothes. Okay. Oh, God damn it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. You're going to give me a fucking heart attack. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. What is happening right now? What the fuck is going on? What the fuck is going on? Oh, my God. He survived. Never punished.
And look, I see all the never punish comments in the live chat, and I will not accept these allegations. Just please look at the death squad. I have been punished enough. I think what you're seeing right now is simply the Kratos MVM passive, which is having done so many solo runs, my full potential is only unlocked once I am down to very few units, I think. The least units I have, the better I seem to do in these games. I don't know what it is. So I guess I fully unlocked my potential at this point. We do have a little bit of a problem with Reeve, though, as he attacks Dussel and can also crit virtually all my units. So we'll pass the Hoopland Guard around to make sure we can take him out. And a few minutes later, we'll get another close call and Dalsla somehow survived. Sure, okay, that works. He's had a hard time on this map, but to be fair, he was just a filler unit. So he's trying his hardest not to die. I can at least respect him for that. Overall, this map won't be too bad. We do get lucky here. I acknowledge that, but outside of Garrick's close call, it's generally okay since we're taking it pretty slow and keeping our lords mostly out of danger, getting closer to Marva, who I'm handling kind of in a meme way here, using Eclipse with Ewan and Longbow with Naomi as the other units start killing his reinforcement, and slowly make my way towards him, and eventually we even hit an Eclipse. I guess this might be the sign that this might be the run. I don't know. Also, I must say that Naomi with 0 support is doing 10 damage with a Longbow on one of the final bosses. It might be time to put some respect on her name. She is cooking right now. And we end up finishing the map with the last hit from this map's MVP, our boy Garrick, who's done so much work here. We seize, and we are here on the final map. Wow. One last map to go. This is it. This is it. This is for all the marbles. And let's see how it goes. First off, on this map, chat decides to be lenient and says no ban. So it's time to take a quick look at our final party that will be taken on this journey. As the last 4 maps have had 0 deaths, we've had a chance to train up everybody and build up a powerful squad for this final map. Our main lord of this run, Ephraim, who is looking just below average. Most of his stats are all right. His speed is great. Strength and skill are a little low, but honestly, that's fine. Ephraim is always kind of a monster, even when a little under his averages. Next up, our other force deployed Eirika, who is... what the hell is that strength? She's doing her best Joshua cosplay. and is sporting 10 strength. Luckily, her PRF gives her extra strength, because dear lord, that's bad. And that's not the only thing. Her res is also very low. That's kind of crazy. So both our lords are looking a little underbaked. Keeping them protected might be the play going forward. Next up, our Slayer, User, and our Healer, Molder the Boulder. And his stats are all over the place. While I'm stoked about 16 magic and 7 luck, I'm less stoked about his res and defense being so much lower than usual, but at least Slayer will hit like a truck, so I'm going to be happy and count my blessings at least. One of my units is getting strength/magic level ups. It's all I can hope for. After that, our longest standing character who got one of the earliest promo in the game along with Molder, that being Naomi. She is looking great. Her strength, speed, and defense and res are absolutely out of this world, and while skill and luck are looking poor in comparison, I'm very happy. She's kept up in damage. She simply isn't relegated to a support role on this team, but an actual damage-oriented unit that can one round on her own. Let's put some respect on Naomi's name, shall we? Next up is Vanessa, who unfortunately is not quite Buffessa with only 13 strength. She traded strength and speed to get more defense and res. I don't know how to feel about that. I guess she is buff in another way entirely. Next up, we have Dusel, who has been very steady hand throughout this entire playthrough, so I'm happy to have used him so much. He's been a really important frontline presence, and it goes to show how good his bases are, because he is low on strength and defense while being higher on speed and res, and I never felt it once throughout the entire playthrough. But I may say it's quite interesting how throughout the whole thing we have some of the weirdest growth units that I've ever had in my entire Fire Emblem playtime, which is why I love Fire Emblem, because from one run to the next, you never really know what you'll get out of a unit. Isn't that awesome, really? Next up, we have Seth, who's only gotten 8 level ups throughout the whole thing. A pretty big testament to how often he ended up being banned, which minimized his experience, but also his impact on the run. He still looks good, but it seems average to me overall, so I'm happy with Seth. Ewan is the next, as he sports some really nice growth, but speed is out of this world and his defense is much higher than you would expect, so pretty powerful unit on our team right here. And here's our main carries. Garrick, who is a phenomenal, even though the average are saying he's a little low in skill and speed, his strength is off the chart and his defense looks nice too. But the character is so good, he'll continue carrying this run in part on his back. We are very lucky to have him right now. Our next carry unit on this run has been this Loot. Her skill is low, her HP is also low technically. She got an angelic robe earlier, but her defense, luck are out of this world right now, and because she's average magic, her damage is going to be also out of this world because of the generally low res. This is how good this Loot is. So we gave her the boots to be able to mow through enemies quicker. But she's awesome, and I'm very happy we have her. And the final head of this 3-headed dragon that our team heavily relies on is Myr, which is quite fitting actually, that she's a, dragon. It doesn't even matter that her averages are laying low on skill and speed. That's how good the Dragonstone is. It just makes this very underbaked character dominant in all aspects. Our penultimate character will be Tethys, whose stats don't actually matter. She can dance. That makes her good. Simple as that. But who will be our final character in this finale? We have Dosla, who almost died 3 times last map. Hines, who has been providing good chip support when he could. We have Serene, who is a good support partner of Molder and possibly also Vanessa. None of these units have stood out though. So you might have guessed that it won't be any of those options. There's only one potential option to fill out the last slot on this channel. And this is my forever nemesis and the very average and annoying Null. Yep, there's no way I can ever escape him at this point. So welcome to the team, buddy. And he's still looking average. At least he can somewhat summon, so that's good. But my guy still has 0 luck, which I think means a basic skeleton has a crit chance on him, which is crazy. What will I ever do with him? But that is our final team. Maybe not the dream team, but this is the remnant of this FE8 Ironman with a total of 16 unit dead, 17 if you count Orson. This run is still going. It's the final map. So how does this all go down in the end? So this map is generally kind of easy for the first half. So we'll get the angelic robe on the right side with Ephraim, but we'll send the majority of our team on the left side, as splitting your troop would be a mistake. Our first roadblock is the zombie dragon, but Loot will laugh her way through destroying him. And then we'll take it quite slow as we take out the enemies one at a time with our massive force. And then use our last eclipse on Leo, which is weirdly accurate. And my boy Ewan hits it, which is going to make it much easier since he doesn't heal at all on this spot. So we'll slowly overwhelm the troops around Leon, picking them off one by one. And I have to say, Null is barely able to damage anything on this map. The phantoms do come in clutch, as the one tanks 2 shadow shots, and then Myr gets hit by stone, but no one can hurt her right now, so we don't care about that. We are in the home stretch here, so instead of breaking it down right now, I'll just let me from the past take it from here. It hit! Chat! It hit!
It's okay. It's fine. I think we just won here. Okay. That's what I thought. That's what I thought. Okay, let's do Ephraim first. See where it goes. Ephraim here. If he doesn't get the kill with the crit. Okay, he's asking if he looks weaker. And he's like, I don't care about you anymore. I've grown strong. You're still no match for me. You're never one for combat. It's not in you. Should have never chosen this path. Here I come, Leon. Look at him. Look how cool he looks. Look at this Chad. Look at this Chad. Oh, that boy dead. This Chad behavior. Get hit. I don't care. Ah, no crit. Well, they come. And here we go. And then hog. Naomi gets the kill. Quite fitting. She's been pretty good. Colm died for her. That's why she gets the kill. Because her boyfriend, Colm, died for her. So she's channeling all of this into killing Leon. And getting his speed and luck. Hell yeah. Alright, we finished this. Guys. There's only one left. There's only one to take down. Are you guys ready? Are you guys ready? The time has come. My resurrection is at hand. Drop a like if you haven't. For this big finale. It's time. The final battle. We have community. Guys, we have community. We have community. Friendship. Love. We have all the virtues of humanity. It's so dramatic. Oh my god. It's our weapon. This is our strength. Let's finish this. I'll show you all what I can do. That's a child, everybody. We brought a child to a world-ending event. Oh my god. I'm starting to wonder if I really should be here. Yeah, Naomi, what the fuck are you doing here? I mean, you know, she stayed in character the entire time. She was true to herself up till the very end. All right, there it is. Oh no, we can't exactly reach him. Oh no. Oh no. I'm curious. How fucked does she get? Yeah, she gets so cooked. How well do you do? Okay. Yeah, we'll have to take a turn here, guys. We'll take a turn. Let's put our best assets up front over here. I guess we can bring Garrick forward because he's gonna attack him, but he's gonna be fine. Oh, he's not gonna attack him because he summons his guys, so that doesn't really matter actually. Actually, you just stay back. I don't need you here, Eirika. If there's two dragons right in front of me, I'm quitting. I just realized, yeah, he's just gonna summon his shit. He just always summons first, right? Yeah, that's what he does. And oh wait, do they attack this turn? No, they don't attack this turn, right? No, they surely they don't. No, they don't, because they don't. No, they don't. We're fine. Guys, we're fine. Yeah, they don't. Okay, cool. We're fine. Woo, got scared. Just, again, curious. Okay, so every weapon I have needs to be used against this guy, right? Yeah, everything I got need to be used against this guy. Like, literally everything I've got. Okay, guys, I got bad news for you. I don't think Ewan's doing this. I don't think Noel's doing this because just Ewan is a 27% chance to hit that. I don't think Noel's doing it. Let's do some calculations here. Let's get cooking. 7 damage. Rip. 44 damage. It's good. That's good. That's good. That's good. That's good. That's good news. 25 damage is good news. 23 damage time 2 is good news. I think we're good. We're in business here, I think. Let's start with Ephraim, actually. 223. No crit chance. Let's start with this. The final line is truly appropriate. Yeah, she's like, shouldn't be here. Looking to mess you up if you mess this up. Yeah, I mean, Hopefully we don't get cooked here. I hate you so much, video game. What the fuck is this? Let's go! Let's fucking go! Mer! We did it! Let's go! Oh my god! 7% crit chance. She fucking did it. Oh, get murdered. And I think my reaction in that moment speaks for itself. There was a world where this could all go south, but Mer came through. And this is how I beat my first ever Fire Emblem Ironman, right here live on YouTube. The run had its ups and its downs. I added way too many rules, and I may not have been efficient at all in my play, but man, was this fun. This is one of the most fun ways to play Fire Emblem, and if you've never done an Ironman challenge, I do really encourage you to do so, because it's a lot of fun. But we got to thank Luke, Garrick, and Mer in the end, our 3 MVPs that I love very much. This was an awesome run. This was an awesome video, and this was an awesome stream series. So thank you to everybody who showed up on the Sunday streams to watch me play through this. We do all sorts of things there, so you can always come by and watch if you hit the subscribe button. But this video has gone on for long enough. I am exhausted. I hope you guys enjoy. I won't babble on for much longer, but if you're watching this far in, thank you very much from the bottom of my heart. Please leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already. Huge shout out to all my members, but a special shout out goes to my tier 2 and 3 members. Those being Brawler456, Forgotten Fox, Hirame, Case, Iron Wolf, No, Storm Eagle CH, Black Rose 32, Rogue Arcadia, Stylish, 8 Grumpy Bear, and Reploid 0. You also want to support the channel? Check out the join button below and become a member too. All right, that's it for me. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.